everybody. This is Courtney. Welcome to my channel. I am excited to talk to you today about the Demon Queen Trials. It's a romantic fantasy that I've been reading through the month of June, and I have finally finished, and I have some thoughts on that books. But I have some fingernail polish that I want to put on. Unfortunately, I can't have my nice nails for work because, you know, they can pop off and all. So I am just going to do some nail hardeners, kind of get my nails back in better shape, and then put a little pink on them. So anyway, the Demon Queen Trials consist of 3 books. You have City of Thorns, Lord of Embers, and then Garden of Serpents, which came out earlier this week. So you have Rowan, who is a 22-year-old college student. And she wants to attend the nearby university in the demon city of Thorns. And the reason she wants to attend it is because a demon killed her mother some years ago and she wants revenge. But her entrance pretty much is a nil because she failed some sort of presentation. So she's in a bar one night and in walks the Lord of Chaos, Orion. And he mistakes her for some famous succubus, and he imprisons her. Now, while in this prison, she's telling him, hey, look, I'm not this succubus, but, you know, he doesn't believe her. Eventually, he tastes her blood, and then he comes to the realization, you know, this isn't her. But they decide to strike a deal. She can impersonate this famous succubus because she looks exactly like her and get close to the king and get information for Orion so he can help overthrow the king. And in exchange, she can liven up her life because he doesn't know that she's searching for her dead mother's killer. So it's a win-win situation for the both of them. Along the way, while spying on the king, Rowan comes to some realization herself. Maybe I'm a demon too. Maybe I can get that crown. Okay, Orion, let me give you a run for your money. And that's exactly what she does. So they're both battling for the crown and, you know, battling some temptation, you know, because this is a romance. So we got to put that in there. So overall, I think the series was great. I thought it was fast-paced. I thought that it had a lot of twists. It was dark. It was suspenseful. It was sexy, but it wasn't overly sexy, which was one of the things that I really liked about the books. I don't even think you got to sex until book 2. You know, you still had a little steaminess in there at times. I like that this series gets right to the action. It doesn't have a whole bunch of filler, and that happened with each of the books. You just jumped right in. I do like how you have a summary at the beginning of the 2nd and the 3rd book of the previous books. I mean, I read it and I was like, damn, do I really even need to read the series? Not to mention, I think it did a better recap than I do. There was a lot of, I think, juvenile back and forth between Rowan and Orion, like tit for tat. It kind of just rubbed me the wrong way at times. But, you know, it's a fun book. It's a romance. I kind of jumped past that. I like that the characterizations in the book was minimal, so it was just enough to get to the plot. I thought that the heroine, Rowan, was really smart. It was practical as well. Get her student loans paid off. Why not? I thought Orion was dark and moody and arrogant, but he was comfortable in that moody and arrogance, so I really did appreciate that. Get into each of the characters' backstories within the books, and I think it makes you feel a whole lot of empathy for them. You see how strong of a person that Rowan is and what she's gone through and what her motivations are. Same thing with Orion. You also see how much he gets off on danger, which I think in the end kind of balances out with Rowan a whole lot. The characters were really diverse. You had a lot of different races, different sexual orientations, as well as all these different type of demons of, you know, horns, different eye colors, different hair color. And there was a lot of really cool magic as well. Like some people had fire, some people had ice, and the way they employed those was really neat. I loved the City of Thorns. I thought that it was beautiful. It was well developed and there was a lot of really good details to make you really envision it. Orion's apartment was awesome. I just wanted to live there. It was very beautiful with this glass wall. It reminded me of a place I rented, an Airbnb, when I went to Mexico. Really, really pretty. I also like that the book had the books, all three had tons of insults. Like some were really, really brutal, especially in book one. Just kind of hurt my heart with some of them, the way Orion was speaking to Rowan. To learn a lot about hell and Salem and those crazy Salem witch trials. And also this book talks about demons. So you have a lot of demon names. You can actually kind of look at some of the backstory of some of these demon names and relate them to the Bible or other books. And they were characterized along those lines too. So that was really neat. Now, I want to get into some spoilers about this series. So if you're not into spoilers, then you might want to just, go on to something else. But, if you've been looking at this series, then you probably read it already. So let's talk about it. This nail hardener is a bit smelly and loud, but if it's going to help my nails, then I need it because they have been through a lot lately. All right, so into the spoilers. I think this is even really a spoiler. We know that Rowan is supposed to be impersonating Mortana, this succubus. Who in their right mind would think she's a succubus? I mean, you have these demons that have all this power. Wouldn't people kind of see that's not being exuded off of her? Now, at the end of book one, you had that whole plot line of Lydia torturing Orion. She doesn't want him with Rowan. I mean, come on, ladies. We are fighting over a man. Are we really that desperate? But I guess since there's only 2 eligible bachelor demons in the kingdom, I guess getting him is really important. Although I did like that she was willing to sacrifice him if she couldn't get him. So cutthroat. Okay, Lydia, it's going down. And then in book one thing that really, really annoyed me is that it leaves with about 20 pages left on the table. 20 pages to plug another book. That to me is not okay. I really hate it when authors do that for ebooks because they wouldn't do that for a print book. That's a whole nother video. I thought it was interesting that soon as Rowan realized that she was demon, all of a sudden she wanted to vie for the crown herself and was like, it's mine, it's me precious. It's like, you don't even know anything about being a demon, but you want to be the queen now? I was just laughing out loud, like, what is going on with her? Now, I was pissed, but also just like excited when Orion came in and basically stole her crown by killing Cambrel when she did all the legwork for him. Pretty ingenious on his part, I will say, but if I was her, I would be seething for quite a long period of time. You're going to take my thunder and then kick me out. Like, come on now, man. What kind of killed it for me was book 3. I was expecting book 3 to be just action-packed, okay? I mean, it starts with her literally throwing down the gauntlet. It's about to go down. And she hits him in the head. But then when they fly up, it's, I'm sorry. Like the entire book was just him just being so sentimental, so truthful. I mean, you are the Lord of Chaos, dude. Cause some chaos. Instead, they start working together. Okay, they're battling to see who's going to be the next leader, but they're working together in it. Hey, Rowan, here's exactly where the book is. Go and get it. Just... hey, here is the demon we're going to summon. Okay, we're going to do it together. I just was very disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I just expected so much more. I did like a lot of the fire elements that, they had with her just blasting the vegetation, which is not good for the environment. But she's working with these 2 guys. What was his name? Cass and... oh my gosh, I forgot the other guy's name. But she's working with them, right? And Orion is telling her, your magic is too powerful to be working with these idiots. You need to be working with me. And she actually works with him one day and he shows her how to control it. I thought it'd be more of that because it's kind of like helping the enemy, which is weird anyway. But then she keeps going back and working with these two guys. Now, they helped her. I know they were, vehicles to help her to get where she needed to be to get, through the trials. But I guess I just expected more from them, more drama than just Cass being the traitor, which I called that a long time ago. I saw it coming. Same thing with Shy. Shy was a big plot hole. I was under the impression reading earlier on that you couldn't be like half demon. Apparently she can be half demon. I don't get it unless I completely missed it. And then the topper for me that just kind of killed the book is this is a book to me about Orion and Rowan. I'm invested in these two characters. These are who I want to talk about. And the entire last chapter about the book goes into talking about their child. Now, I get it. It's a romance story. In the end, we know it's going to come down to them being together and probably having a kid because that's the formula. But it's this whole lead up about this new kid who I could care less about. And, it's a segue into the next book. So I just was disappointed with just the direction of this book. Just... I don't know. I know it's unpopular because every review I keep seeing is ranting and raving about this last book and about the series. I don't know. I want some other people's thoughts about what they felt about this series and specifically about book 3. I look forward to your comments. I'm going to finish up these nails because I got some stuff I got to do and I want to enjoy this nice day. Bye-bye.